Okay, darlings, let's start the auditions process for the 5 Doctors.
Commander, you are authorized to use the mind probe.
What? No, not the mind probe.
Next.
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 No, not the mind probe.
Oh, God.
Time Ram!
Looking high, looking low, wondering why did she go? Welcome to Time Ram. This is a special anniversary episode, and we're doing the 5 Doctors. But the 5 Doctors in place of Day of the Doctor. Mm-hmm. So that gives us a whole new wide range of Doctors, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wish that it could be said we have a wide range of hosts this evening. But one of us appears to be trapped in a temporal eddy for the moment. So basically, fuck him. So with me tonight, as ever, Mr. Barry Williams.
Hello.
And our special guest star, no less, Mr. Gareth Preston.
Hello, it is great to be here.
Is it, or are you lying?
This is me being charming, if I may be
charming. Oh, that's nice. That's a very good response. Are you lying? No, I'm charming. I shall use that one day. Having already nicked your bit about Paul being stuck in a time eddy. How are you both, chaps?
I'm good. I'm raring to go. Yeah.
Raring.
Yeah.
Demonstrate raring orally, please.
That's shit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Ready to go.
Excellent. Well, in the absence of Paul, until he gets out of his time eddy, let's start. So is Paul going to be represented by a waxwork?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what we were doing in the garden earlier.
Right.
Posing with him.
We're all just messing about with a waxwork of Paul. Okay.
Like you do. Yeah.
Got a bit carried away. Elizabeth Sladen didn't approve.
We should represent Paul with some vintage clips. We can just.
Yeah, we'll have them kind of excerpted from, I don't know, an unfinished episode or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the 5 Doctors in Blimey 10 years ago.
Yeah, you confused me there. Yes, 10 years ago, the 50th anniversary.
We're about to do the 60th as we record this, or not far off anyway. It's September now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting, but also it's kind of radical to think that it's 10 years since the 50th.
It does not feel like where did those 10 years go?
And I mean, I realise numerically it makes sense. Absolutely. 60th comes 10 years after the 50th. I get that, but I ain't feeling it. Basically, I am not feeling it.
I know. It doesn't feel as big as the 50th. Definitely
it's not as big as it.
No.
I mean, that's half a century. This is half a century and some more.
Yeah. Plus, around the time of the 50th, the show was massive, wasn't it? I mean, we'd just come off the Tennant era.
It was.
It was just everywhere, wasn't it? Yeah. There's been a bit of a dip during Capaldi and my God, Whittaker. It's gone out of the public view just a little bit.
It really has. It really has. Yeah. It's going to, isn't it? I mean, peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
So it's the show is at the height of its popularity.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Smith's the incumbent Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So we've definitely got him, presumably in the Davison role in the story.
I was assuming that.
The rest of the Doctors, I would encourage to say, well, can play around. There's many of them alive. Not all after new series ones.
Yeah.
And also, how likely is it we're going to get Christopher Eccleston?
Yeah, well,
I was kind of thinking Chris Eccleston would be in the Tom Baker role for this one.
Right,
He
he just literally
very
appears
much
in
of it.
footage, as he did in Day of the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just find some deleted footage, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
There's some unused footage from Father's Day that they got of him, so he can just.
I think we're all immediately agreed on that. Then that solves that problem straight away. Right, cool, okay.
I mean, there's 3 ways into the tower, so we need 3 doctors.
Yeah,
ideally.
Yeah.
It's going to be David Tennant, isn't it?
David Tennant. Well, yeah, David Tennant be in it definitely. You got John Hurt, obviously. You could get Paul
John
McGann.
Hurt. Well, we could go Paul McGann.
Yeah, you could get Paul McGann. Yeah,
I was thinking
in the
Paul
Time Ram
McGann.
universe. In the Time Ram universe, Paul McGann has a much bigger era.
Yes, he's a big star.
He could still be looking for Ulysses, you know.
Yeah.
He's still got the look, and actually it would be rather cool to have him in a bigger part. I mean, as much as I loved Night of the Doctor, what an amazing surprise that was.
Absolutely, it was.
It would be great to see him, perhaps. I'm not quite sure who we're going to pair him with, but it would be great to see him in the Death Zone.
Yeah.
I'd pair him. I'd give him the Troughton part, and I'd pair him with Kate Lethbridge Stewart.
Okay.
Oh, that would be
fun.
Yeah,
I could see. Yeah, that could be some quite nice reminiscing.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with that then. Yeah. Can we do some plot?
Let's have some plot. Yeah.
Okay. One day I shall come back.
Indeed.
There's a sort of opening clip.
Never has though, has he? I mean, he really bad grandparenting.
No, it's just abandoned and gone. That's it.
You know, it's just kind of like, oh, this man's looking at you slightly. He must like you. Bye. I don't know if he's a nice guy or not.
Actually, for me, I mean, I taped the 5 Doctors in 1983 off the telly, and we kept that tape for years and years and years, and we just watched it to death. So for me, the episode starts with that clip of Terry Wogan being Peter Davison against a white backdrop, and Peter Davison giving him the coat off his back. That's how the 5 Doctors starts for me.
Today, for children in need, I am giving the clothes off my back.
Oh, wow. You know, I think it was the first thing I taped, the 5 Doctors. It was I think the first thing I actually bought a VHS. I think it was my first VHS tape that I bought, was to record the 5 Doctors.
Yeah. We didn't keep any others.
I didn't have a video recorder.
Yeah.
I had to carve frame by frame into the coal that made up the wall of my hovel. Colour it in with bits of my own blood.
That's what Ian Levine used to do back in the day, isn't it?
No, Ian Levine would come round and smash it all, going, "It's wrong, Rupert." Punching the wall like a hell of a bird.
Yeah. So yeah, we cut to a shot inside the TARDIS. So in the new version, it's the feature, the main feature is the new console.
Yes.
Shiny and got lots of buttons on it. And the Doctor's kind of doting on it, and then Tegan comes in, and she's not as impressed. Except, of course, it's not Tegan. It's going
Clara.
Clara.
Got to be Clara, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Clara, yeah. And the console's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I was about to say the dialogue doesn't need to change because Clara's similarly unimpressed by the Doctor often.
Yeah.
So, except probably because Stephen Moffat's inserted a bit more sexiness into it. So he said, "Ooh," she's like, "Shall I leave you two alone?"
Yeah.
Also, the Doctor's naked.
Throughout.
It happens in the Moffat era. It happens.
And then outside the TARDIS, we got Turlo, but Turlo isn't there. Turlo's drawing. Yeah.
I was trying to remember what the fan video was where somebody took that clip and then you cut to what he's drawing, and it's like a stick figure of Tegan going, "Wow, wow, wow."
Yeah, actually, that is great. I can't remember what it was either, but it's great. Do we need Turlo at all?
I think we probably can live without him because he doesn't really do
It would
anything.
be a good for an old person to come back out of everybody.
He's hardly
He could have,
there
but-
in the original, really.
Yeah.
So let's just remove Turlo. So
Hmm.
they stand around and ponce around and go, Ivor Ryan's nice, isn't it?
Yes, they're on either eye.
That's
So-
it. It's looking
Oh,
quite.
hello. We have a pool. There's a pool in the room.
Yes. I'm
Wow.
on my phone again. I don't know what this is doing on my computer. It just keeps saying it's Zoom that's doing it. It's not my computer. It's kind of saying, "No, I'm not going to launch this meeting." But I got it on here.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
But can I also just say that involving this person does not please me?
His crimes are without number. His villainy without end.
Nevertheless, we are prepared to invite you into a fan podcast.
We should have had 5 people for the 5 doctors.
You want the moon on a stick, you do. You can't even be here on time. Shut up.
But then again,
Um,
it could be 4 people and like one of them stuck in the vortex.
Yeah, no, we've already had that because you've been stuck in a vortex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already done the intro and I said you were stuck in a vortex. I better introduce you now. And joining us now, Mr. Paul Ferry. Hello, Paul.
Hello. Not stuck in a vortex.
Have you got out of your time, Eddie, all right now?
Yes.
Good, good. It didn't interfere with any kind of trust you were wearing.
No.
Good, good, good. Excellent. So you admit you're
Time
wearing a cross.
cross.
We'll have to hide the wax version. We need to put it away somewhere,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
particularly after what we did to it.
I'll put my waders on later.
This is the doctor. President Blank, the High Council of Time Boss. Keeper of the legacy of Rassilon. Defender of the laws of time. Protector of Gallifrey.
The 11th Doctor, he famously doesn't like sitting around, but Clara somehow managed to persuade him, sort of like guilt tripped him and say, "No, we have to. Can't we stay in the Eye of Orion?" For
Has he put clothes on now?
I think he must put clothes on at some point.
Good, good, good. Excellent. And I'm not talking just affairs strategically placed either.
But this is sort of actiony enough for the 50th anniversary. This Eye of Orion is a bit calm, really. It needs to be hanging off the TARDIS, being dropped into.
Calm before the storm. Calm before the storm. Well, we cut to the time scoop room fairly quickly,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
and shit goes down.
There it goes
Funny
down.
enough, I was thinking if they were doing it now, they might have thought it was more exciting to start off with the Master being recruited. The Master's in the middle of his latest crime, and some Time Lord turns up and says, "We have a mission for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Rescue the Doctor."
Nice, nice.
Straight into titles. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wham. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
quite good.
Is this
Yeah.
John Sim then?
I think it would be Johnson. I think he'd
Suppose
be.
it has to be, yeah.
Yeah.
They brought him back for this.
Is it John Sim or would it be Missy by this point?
Missy's more Capaldi. No, we
No, Missy's
introduced
more-
Missy.
yeah.
We introduced
Missy's
Missy in
to come.
Capaldi's first story. The
Yeah.
TV
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Missy yet.
Ah, yes. Jolly good. So yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's time. It's time to start kidnapping doctors.
Yeah.
From,
Yeah.
from their adventures.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to kind of crash in with the Doctor being really active in some way, you could have the mysterious force steals the first 7 Doctors in stock
okay.
footage, and like puts them like the Rani does, kind of pickled in time. They're just kind of like keys floating around or something. You know, they're clearly contained. And then the Doctor in the TARDIS, the Matt Smith Doctor, is able to do a thing dramatically that means that can't happen
Yeah.
with any future incarnations. So Paul McGann's Doctor will be the first one who is saved, who is time scooped, but not actually put into a kind of like stasis.
Maybe you
whatnot.
could keep that moment where there's sort of you're in an exciting scene and the Doctor comes in from the TARDIS and it's Paul McGann and he says, "I'm the Doctor," but not the one you were expecting. And we can kind of use a version of that. Yeah.
I like that. I think that's quite a neat idea. That.
Yeah, it's a thought. It gives Baz's point. Was it your point, Baz, about saying this isn't how you'd kick off
Yes.
the modern
Yeah,
story. You'd have more drama involved.
Moffat would have an exciting, funny, quick
thing.
thing, and then you're into
Yeah.
titles. Yeah.
So that gives you the nostalgia value of seeing all the previous Doctors.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
suddenly we home in on McGann.
Mm.
A homie.
A homie. And then he gets taken away by the time scoop, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's then
So McGann's
resting.
just walking around a garden, kind of quite peaceful in his retirement.
No. He's not doing that. He's on a crashing spaceship of some
Is
description.
he on a motorbike?
Or a
Yeah.
On a
motorbike.
crashing spaceship.
Yeah. He's on a motorbike on a crashing spaceship.
Excellent. With the Pex twins.
I've got this vision in my mind now of Barusa at the time scoop kind of just cursing because he's gone through 7 of them and they've all been stuck in a time loop. Is this bloody thing ever gonna work?
That's when you
Oh,
cut to the
rational.
scene of Baruza and the Microsoft engineer both kind of poking away.
Yeah, it's using it and kind of all lots of.
Yeah. Have you tried switching it off and switching it back on again?
Yes, of course I've tried that.
And get you apart in about 3 weeks. This is fucking Gallifrey. We have time travel. I need immortality at this rate.
Are you from another planet?
Excellent. So, that kind of replaces the next scene I was going to talk about, which is about the gloved hand moving Doctors around on its glowing. It's got kind of a glowing chessboard thing with just the right number of sections for Doctors, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even at the time, I thought that's convenient. Yeah.
Isn't it, though? Yes. So, this is where we get to see other scenes, obviously, with previous Doctors. So, in the original version, as you say, the first Doctor's just in a garden somewhere. And then we get...
I wish the first Doctor would be on a motorbike in a crashing spaceship with the Pex twins. That would be fantastic. Love that.
You got number 2 visiting the Brigadier.
And if we were talking about pairing 8th Doctor with Kate, then we could have Kate just in the middle of her speech, or about saying, how brilliantly we're doing here at UNIT. There's not been a crisis now for over a decade, and then the 8th Doctor just comes bursting through the doors, all still
on a motorbike
or whatever, and goes, "Unless you come with me now, the planet's going to the vortex is going to be destroyed."
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And Kate goes, "This sigh."
All right, then.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then they get triangled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a little under 4 minutes.
4 minutes? That's ages. What if I get bored? I need a television, couple of books, anyone but chess. Bring me knitting.
And then presumably, who else we see? We got various Doctors turn up. Doctors 2 and 3 both turn up in this in the original version, and so does Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Captain Jack's got to be in it somewhere. Captain Jack. He's got to be in Cardiff doing some running.
He'd be quite neat. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Who the way he'd be best served, really.
Well,
it seems a waste to pair him with Tennant.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean,
you could pair him with McGann in the Brigadier Troughton type role, and pair Kate with Tennant. No, not Tennant. Yeah, Kate with Tennant, because Kate and Tennant didn't get to meet, did they?
Not much. No. I'm trying to think. No, I don't.
Apart from Day of the Doctor.
We need to bring Rose back, so perhaps Rose is a better choice for that. Perhaps Rose can be paired with Tennant.
God, do we have to?
I know they're insufferable.
They are insufferable. They are. Can Rose not be Barusa or something?
I'm just throwing ideas out.
Hey,
there,
hey, what's Paul McGann going to do when he sees Barusa? Is he going to get all freaked out and go, "Are you Barusa or what?"
Oh, yeah, that's confusing for him. Yeah.
Because to explain, Gareth,
that's my twin brother.
Since Paul McGann only had one story, and of course the Time Ram's given him several now, we decided that all we had to do was use the Leaky Bible, all those remakes of stories in, and the whole thing of the Doctor's father, Ulysses, being this great traveller, and Cardinal Barusa firing up the time crystals, and off they go to find Ulysses. So we've been using that as the basis for all the Time Ram stories with McGann. As always, Ulysses turns up, and he's played by William Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a bit of genius. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm quite enjoying our continuity that we're building up there. It's quite nice.
Yes, he's getting a full proper American era.
Yeah.
I think if we get a Brigadier story for McGann, which we will do inevitably eventually, we have to introduce a new sort of American Brigadier, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some very sort of brash American general.
Yeah. We could use John Blum's character from Time Rift.
Yeah.
We'll come to the opposite, a kind of East Coast hippie who happens to have ended up being a soldier. 60 dropout who did too much LDS.
Meanwhile, the 10th Doctor is in the middle of some exciting adventure.
Yes.
Doing lots of running around, doing his high squeaky voice.
Yeah, he's driving Bessie. Oh, hello, great balls of fire.
Oh, a time scoop.
Oh, I haven't seen one of them in ages.
Oh, absolutely. That's how he would react. Oh, it's a time scoop. Lovely. There you go.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, please be quiet.
I was going to say, now we have 3 doctors on the board. It's time to pick up a famous companion or two to spread it out.
So is the famous companion being scooped Captain Jack then?
Captain Jack. It could be, yeah.
It makes sense.
Unless we give Captain Jack his own plotline, maybe he can,
That's true. Maybe he should be.
He can do his own thing.
He can do his own thing. Perhaps on Gallifrey.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 doctors already.
Yeah.
Why would we do that? Why would we complicate our lives?
No, hang on. There's 4 doctors in the 5 doctors. Right? We've got 3.
Yeah, but can we not just get another doctor?
Are we including John Hurt or are we not bothered?
Well, if we've got Paul McGann.
Yeah, I don't think we need, as much as I love John Hurt.
Yeah. We could keep it when we do Day of the Doctor, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those wonderful bits of serendipity that you've got this old Doctor to kind of make all these comments as kind of the voice of classic Doctor Who, even though he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
So he's there to make these comments like, is there a lot of this in the future? Yeah. So I suppose David could call up his father-in-law. See if of all of them, he's probably the most brightly, if they could deal with the politics of that.
I think, I mean, I'm sure Sylvester McCoy wouldn't give a toss, but Colin Baker would be incandescent.
Incandescent. We just wouldn't hear from him again for a decade. That would be it.
Or would they go for Tom?
If he would do it, I think Tom would be.
Well, he did Day of the Doctor.
That's true.
I know he's that bit older, but just what you're saying before about the older figure to stand there making all the kind of remarks.
That could work quite well, yeah, if they kind of wrote around him a little bit so that he didn't have to do.
And that would mean that Tom ended up presumably with Clara?
Tom would be in he'd be in the first Doctor role, really, wouldn't he? He'd be kind of
and that could be quite good, actually. I'd quite like to see him put Clara in her place.
I think they'd get on fantastically well.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting. Yeah,
I think they'd have absolute chemistry.
Yeah,
yeah, I could see that actually working. Yes, I think he'd be quite amused by her.
So, is Susan involved?
Tegan, not Susan.
Yeah, but is Susan? Yeah, but we get Susan in the 5 Doctors as well. Where is Susan?
Yeah, but you're not going to be doing Susan now. You're going to be doing Tegan. Do Tegan.
Unless it turns out that she's the owner of the black glove.
I've done that.
This is why, because we played that clip at the start, and she is really resentful about being left on devastated Earth, and this is all turns out to be her revenge.
Oh, okay.
We're basically just eliminating Susan in much the same way as we eliminate, as in the 2 that are left in the TARDIS to stand around in the TARDIS all the time in the TARDIS, going, comment at the thing happening on screen.
Oh,
well, yeah. Because that is all they do.
That is all they do. My heart goes out to them both.
Yeah, well, especially Susan, because I mean, granddaughter.
I know. I suppose
But it's an interesting thing.
It'd be great if she suddenly started going on about Rassilon and stuff like that and being really scared and freaked out. Death Zone. Oh dear, very bad. That's my top Susan impersonation.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I know. It was good, wasn't it?
Just wow.
Again,
I have never seen you and Carol Ann Ford in the same place together.
I have. Well, I haven't seen me
So you say.
there, but I have seen Carol Ann Ford in person, so I was in the same place at the same time with her.
When was this? I don't remember this. When was this?
The convention that Carol Ann Ford was at.
That sounds
I don't
very.
know which one.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it was in the States.
Oh, I don't know. I think she's. I don't think I know. I'm not.
I think it was a Gallifrey convention, and it was out by the pool. And I remember it because Carol Ann Ford was there, and she had the kind of haughty expression on that she habitually wears. And then about 5 minutes later, Annika Wills breezed up, totally relaxed and laid back, and bummed the fag off me. So, yeah,
Lovely Annika Wills. She's great. Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
Whereas Carol Ann Ford just kind of went, "Oh, the snoot."
Well, she's the Doctor's granddaughter. I mean, come on.
Indeed. And don't we know it?
Yeah.
So is Tom Baker walking around a sort of garden then?
I think he'd be walking around a garden singing about Esmeralda. Yeah.
Yes.
Which they're just filming Tom Baker's garden.
Yes.
And in the morning, before they start shooting, it's got to just get that stuff of Tom. Just
Yeah.
bimbling around to gravestones,
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that. And then he's sort of like, I quite like the idea of him meeting a Dalek, and he does the old
Yeah.
hat over the eye stalk.
Yeah, tip out with
all
his
that sort of
staff,
stuff.
all that, yeah.
You might say he's a bit old to be running around, but Herndl was a bit old to be running around, and he managed it. So,
Yeah.
okay, he did die a week afterwards, but still, I don't think that was a direct result of making the Five Doctors.
Well, given the size of those corridors, I think him and the Dalek are well matched. Tom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he with?
Ooh,
No one.
Cabbage, I think, at this point.
Cabbage. He's finally got his talking cabbage.
Cabbage, yeah.
Clara's still with the 11th Doctor.
Yeah, Clara's with Matt Smith at the moment still.
Yeah.
He's fainting all over the place and
She'll be
talking
in
about
Paris with Matt.
melting icebergs.
Yeah, Matt's been affected by the rest. He's kind of clutching at himself.
Mm.
Got chunks of
So
his
can
past.
can we have him with Sarah then? Because
Tom.
then we can still have Elizabeth Sladen in because
I think
Elizabeth
sadly
Sladen-
Liz Sladen was dead by that point.
was she?
So, yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
she might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Right.
suggesting we put him with Tegan, but that didn't seem to get much traction. But then who else?
Actual
was there?
Tegan.
Yeah, actual Tegan. Yeah, actual Janet Fielding. Get her in.
Right.
What about Leela?
I thought you were meaning as an allusion to the Five Doctors plotline. You actually meant bring Tegan into it.
I know it's confusing. Yeah.
Because she definitely recognised him, and he wouldn't recognise her.
Well, who's with Captain Jack?
I don't know.
I thought we sort of felt we didn't need another Doctor. He was like a bit too
We don't
doctory.
need
in a way.
another doctor.
Okay, so
We
who's
really don't.
Okay, let's try and nail this down before we get totally confused. So we've got Tom Baker with
Clara.
No.
Oh no, he will be later on.
Later. He will be later. At the moment, he's
Yeah.
on his own with his talking cabbage.
He's just
Talking
on his
cabbage.
own, yeah.
Okay. McGann with Kate.
McGann with Captain Jack.
All right, yeah, we'll
All right,
keep him.
okay.
Doing the Brigadier and Hartnell journey, I think.
Okay, and then Tennant and Tate.
Kate and Tennant.
Tennant and Tate.
Inexplicably
Tennant and
driving
Tate.
around Bessie.
Right,
Yes.
okay.
Ah, no, because Bessie was on display when Kate was doing her talk.
She's got
And she
Bessie
happened to
out.
be
Oh,
silent to do
yeah.
her talk because it's her fetish.
Yeah.
And she gets off on it. And so they all got scooped together. Good.
Right, okay. Right.
Also,
Okay.
that gives Kate character depth.
You say so. Good. Okay. So
Yes.
McGann's with Captain Jack,
Yeah.
McGann's with Captain Jack.
who he's never met before. And he
No.
doesn't know who he is. And
No,
Tennant's
Captain
with
Jack immediately just pervs on him.
Tennant's with Kate, who he's never met before.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he doesn't know who she is.
That's right. Correct. Good. Yes.
And Tom's with the talking cabbage. Or just a cabbage.
I was a talking cabbage, but
Right.
later Clara.
Okay. I can see
And a
the
talking cabbage.
Right.
Unless when Clara goes to prepare the salad and the pineapple and stuff that they all eat in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Maybe she takes the cabbage by mistake, and the next thing Tom sees is this dismembered cabbage in a bowl. Oh, well there.
The way this is going, Clara will be going outside to smoke something a bit strange. Yeah, up ahead for a
If
bit.
Clara had any sense, she would have done that before it started. Tom will be joining her.
Commercial time.
The Vervoids are probably the best dirty joke in Doctor Who.
They're hermaphroditic plants.
A lot of plants are.
So there you go. That's it's based on science.
No, they'll ship anything.
There are probably 11 and handle shippers out there. You just have to drill a hole where his mouth is, and you're all set.
You know he needs the room. I've seen it in pictures.
I'm not saying you're not a fan. I'm saying you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Doctor Who gives a drunken Doctor Who podcast for the end times.
So it kind of would be around now that the John Sim Master is summoned.
So we've seen John Sim being recruited in the opening in the free time.
Yes, it gets recruited.
I like that. Yeah, that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Stick around. So is he now in the death zone?
And it does actually make sense that he would be offered a complete new life cycle.
Oh, he's standing in like the burnt remains of Zorak or something, isn't he?
So I take it we've got Time Lords. Gallifrey's not a burning ruin. We've got
Well, we had Time Lords in Day of the Doctor.
Those, yes.
They kind of came back in that, so we'd have to
that's right. They started off
sneakily
dead, and then they
bring
came
them
alive.
back in an earlier story.
Yeah.
That will happen in the Hartnell story, The Day of the Doctor.
Okay, fine. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we get several scenes here because obviously the 11th Doctor and Clara, they're in the TARDIS when he collapses and starts sort of fading out a bit, and then they arrive in the death zone in the TARDIS. And then we get some scenes with the High Council on Gallifrey. We've got the Castellan, Flavia, and presumably Baruza. I'm guessing it's not going to be
Baruza, Helen Mirren.
Baruza's Helen Mirren.
Let's give us something proper to do.
Proper opera. Yeah.
After all these years of slaving away playing monsters and bit parts, it's about time that she got a proper role.
Okay. Yeah.
Quite like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we casting the others? We've got the Castellan and Flavia.
The Castellan has to be an actor who can say no, not the mind probe.
Paul Jericho.
Any of those. Perhaps Hugh Quashire. Is that how you pronounce it? He's got a splendid voice.
Yeah. He might manage that line.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Not meant to. Yeah.
And I was thinking,
Flavia or is it
Flavia?
Flavia.
Anyway, we've already got Helen Mirren there.
We've already got Helen Mirren, so we need another actress.
We have Judi Dench.
Judi Dench in the same room.
Yeah, damn right.
Do they cancel each other out? You know, it's kind of
They're pushing the board out for this one.
Whoa, why not?
The Queen energy just comes in and just blows up the monarchy. Yeah,
having a bit of a Dame off.
Yeah, Dame off. Dame on.
Dame on, Dame off.
Dame off.
Dame-a-rama.
Why not? Judi Dench.
Excellent. Judi actual Dench.
Yeah.
Relatively tiny.
She doesn't do much.
No.
I don't think you get Judi Dench to do much. You don't get her in to do much.
No, it'll take you an afternoon. We'll do all your stuff in one go. It's fine. Come on.
Yeah.
We'll pay you a lot.
Yeah.
We'll buy you a Terry's chocolate orange.
She insists on being paid in Cherry's chocolate oranges.
Yeah, that's what yeah. Have someone on set following her around with a segment you're just pre-cracked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean she's got someone to open her chocolate oranges for her. She didn't do it.
Oh yeah. Carry them around with them. She can just hold the action and go, no, Dame Judy's segment. And consume it and continue. And then on it goes.
Yeah.
Could be quite. Dame Judy could start giving the Master his mission because she's got mixed up with M.
Stops and that's a segment.
No, it's not.
We hold up the action for about 5 minutes while she says
I think you're a sexist, misogynist dinosaur.
Can I just say, in the original, I think this is actually Ainley's best acting performance as the Master. I think he's really good. And he's doing all this kind of. He doesn't overplay the sort of incredulity at having to rescue the Doctor and stuff. I think it's actually his best. The best time as the Master.
He had just come off the King's Demons. Maybe he was spent after that outrageous French accent. Maybe he was just tired and shagged out,
He just thought, well, maybe I should rein it in a bit.
I should, he saw a playback and went, I'm playing it down. I think he's really good in survival, actually.
He's good. Maybe he raises his game for a better scripts. I don't know this guy.
Yeah.
But I think I'd agree with Paul, actually. I think it is my favourite Ainley performance in Five Doctors.
Yeah.
He's nicely integral. He doesn't get to be an actual potential threat at the end as well. It's a good part of the Master. With terror sticks. I mean, he could have invented the Master, really. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, they had some problems in this in pre-production, didn't they? Because they had Robert Holmes there writing the Six Doctors, which I was clear it just wasn't going to work. And apparently they were still doing that when Eric Saber called Terence Dixie and kind of shiftily said, do you mind working on another script for us just in case this one doesn't work out? And Terence quite rightly just went, absolutely not. Told them where to stick it and walked out.
Yeah.
And then, eventually they did have to call him in. But...
Yeah. And it's serendipity. He is absolutely the right person to have written the Five Doctors.
Yes, he is.
The right choice. Yeah. There's no one else that could have pulled that together, really.
Yeah.
It plays to all his strengths, and plus, he's Doctor Who. He's had such a big influence that.
And incredibly adaptable. I love the stories he used to tell. They'd phone up one day and say, right, sorry, you can't have that anymore, but you can have such and such a companion for 5 minutes. And, oh, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
You put the Cybermen in lots now? Yeah. Which does actually sound very much like the kind of last minute sort of stuff that was going on with the script for Day of the Doctor, where Moffat just wasn't getting it finished.
Yeah, so you had the same situation. Yeah. Okay, you've not got any doctors. What?
Yeah.
You're just making this up as you go along. Yep. But I do it brilliantly.
So, the High Council send the Master to the Death Zone to rescue the Doctor.
Yeah.
With their power boosted open-ended transmat beam.
Obviously.
Yeah, you always expect the Sale of the Century music.
It's Sale of the Century. It's exactly where I always go on that. And it's the way justice happened. If some scantily clad maiden kind of went da-da beside it, I would not be at all surprised.
Yeah.
If it was Dame Judi Dench, I would be surprised.
Actually, I quite like the thought of Flavia going, now this recall unit, that's yours. You get to keep that. Whatever.
Is this what you win at the end of the game? A Rassilon.
Really, yeah.
From Norwich. Gallifrey.
What am I going to do with the power boat in the Death Zone?
It'd be that shuttlecraft from the Pirate Planet. That's quite clearly a powerboat.
Now, come on, Rassilon, don't be nervous.
Here's what you could have won.
Actually, that's kind of what happens, really. Is they say, look what you could have won. It could have been a plaque.
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah. And our top prize tonight, immortality.
Actually, it's a bit like 3-2-1 because you got that riddle as well at the end. I can imagine Rassilon in the kind of spangly top kind of going, right, now here's the riddle. He who can do all that sort of bit. Okay, you've got 30 seconds. Then Dusty Bin comes on and the Master shrinks him. Baz and I posited years ago, I think still quite correctly, that the Five Doctors is basically exactly the same story as the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Got all these characters who are brought somewhere for the purpose of getting them home. That's the only reason they're there, to get home. Yeah.
Facing various menaces. Do we still think, is it the Cybermen are the main monsters for this one?
I don't see why not.
Still makes sense.
Might as well be. Yeah.
Oh God, will they be are they the Nightmare and Silver ones? So they'll be the kind of like, we go really fast in slow motion type things. Because that would mean the battle with the Raston robot's going to be infinitely more interesting. I mean, it's pretty good as it stands, don't get me wrong. But if the Cybermen can go really fast as well, Then,
we really go into kind of
get
bullet
loads
time.
of 360 stuff of the Cybermen evading from the Raston robot. It would go on forever and be really, really boring.
Yeah, and expensive. Yeah,
and expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cybermen might actually get a chance to open fire, which they don't do at all in the
I
original.
know. It's just really one of you. You're supposed to be logical.
Yeah.
One on the end there. It's going boom, boom, boom along. 6. You fire.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
Just shoot him. Stop vomiting milk. Just, shoot the damn thing.
Yeah, shoot the bastard. What's wrong with you? The Cybermen declined a lot in the 80s.
Yeah.
Not bad an Attack of the Cybermen, but then the really, in Silver Nemesis are these puny things that go, cold, and run away. This is no. You do not seem to take us seriously.
These are the short-ass Cybermen that they have standing on a hill, aren't they? Kind of.
Yeah.
Just keep them in the background.
I was really interested. They kept that in the 40th anniversary.
I agree.
Yeah. I've not watched the 40th anniversary. It's on the Blu-ray release, but I've heard it's quite good.
Yeah,
pretty good. They're kind of they've kind of gone back to the original 90s TV gut, basically, and enhanced that.
That's good. Yeah, none of these alternate takes that.
It was
the other one was
bad idea.
Yes, we can discard that one. It's no longer required. Right, so we've had the scenes with Tom in some corridors battling a Dalek with
a cabbage.
Okay, good. Right.
Voiced by Miriam Margolyes.
Actually. So McGann and
Captain
Jack are running from Cyberman.
Yep.
And
do they meet? They have to meet, don't they?
Yeah, they would need actually a meet.
They'll meet with the bit where like Captain Jack's arms being grabbed by a Sadman through the wall and dragged in and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Doctor comes to his rescue.
Doctor will come to his rescue.
Is it not the bit where Captain Jack rolls off a slight slope and the Doctor has to pull him back up with this?
No, that has to happen with Tennant and Kate.
Well, Tennant's already met Kate, hasn't he? Because
doesn't mean one of them can't fall down a hill. You can know someone and still lose your
straight off. I'll go and see what's over there.
Not a hill, a gentle slope.
Gentle slope, yeah.
Yes.
Very gentle.
It'll be Tennant that does it. He gets out of Bessie and goes, and runs into the fog and goes, you just falls down a gentle slope. And Kate has to go sigh and bring him
Kate
up.
insists on pulling him up with the car, and he's like, no, I can walk up. Fine.
I can walk up. No.
It's all right.
We're doing this the unit way. Shut up.
Kate says to him, sort of like, why have you changed? Sort of like, you used to have a... And Tennant can go, big quiff and a big chin? Yeah, well, maybe I will, but not yet.
We have another scene here where presumably Ken meets the Master, the Johnson Master, but doesn't trust him and takes his seal off him.
Thunderbolts come down.
Yeah.
And then we get the scene with the Raston Warrior robot. Of course, they meet the Raston Warrior robot with the Cybermen there.
Isn't there lots of stuff in between that?
There's lots of stuff in between.
In like the TARDIS.
There are scenes in the TARDIS. Okay, so Tom will get to the TARDIS and meet Matt and Clara.
Watching it again recently, I really got the impression we were saying there's lots of Cybermen in it, which there is. And I remembered hearing years ago that they were supposed to have the Autons in it.
Yeah.
And I did kind of think, looking at it, it does kind of look as if one of those lots of Cybermen should have been the Autons.
Yeah.
Either the ones with the Raston Warrior robot or something. I wonder if Robert Holmes kind of withdrew permission after he left or something.
I would guess it was purely cost. If you got Cybermen there already, why spend the money to build a pile of Autons for one scene?
Yeah.
Even at the time, though, I remember thinking there's a lot of Cybermen.
There's a lot of Cybermen in it. Yeah.
Not as many as the Moonbase, though.
That's a Cyberman story.
I had 11 in the Moonbase, which is ridiculous.
That's too many Cybermen. You don't need 11. Yeah.
You do.
No, you don't.
You do. You do if you're making the Moonbase.
Double up the split screen, you're fine.
Just build the Cybermen. Build the Cybermen.
So, I mean, if we wanted to, we could have Orthons in that scene, or Zygons, or something else.
They'd probably choose something from the modern era. It would probably be Weeping
Autons?
Angels or something.
Sazine fighting the Astral Warrior.
Sazine?
Yeah.
But the Weeping Angel's just standing there while it cuts them to pieces.
He's going zip, zip, zip. Just
Yeah.
That's true. Not particularly. I suppose the Jadoon might be. They'd be trying to arrest it. And
Oh, I love the Weeping Angels. No, the Weeping Angels win something. I just think the idea of the Weeping Angels sort of vomiting milk while just being completely full.
I was wrong. You can hurt us down.
Comes out with its blade and its head comes off.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. This is going well.
That's going.
It's progressing. Yeah.
It moves forward through time in a linear manner.
Yes.
It's this podcast. It really does.
Does it?
Do you get that with every podcast? Maybe not. Obviously, yeah, you do. Because
do you get it with this podcast? I don't know.
I don't know. Do you, listener?
Has the 8th and Captain Jack reached the tunnel yet?
That's kind of happening as well. Yes. They also run from Cybermen in the original version, at least. They kind of
they run from Cybermen and do a bit of exposition about the Dark Tower in the old days.
They start talking about the Dark Tower and Rassilon and the game of Rassilon and Rassilon's tomb and the Death Zone and all that. Yeah. And so they take the low route. There's 3 routes to this tower: above, between, below. And they go into a cave. Basically, they're going to take the low route. And yes, certainly the second Doctor meets a Yeti. So what iconic McGann villain can he meet? I suppose he can meet some giant talking frogs.
Eric Roberts. A projection of Ulysses. I know that would happen later, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
But we'll get Shatner in for a cameo.
Would we?
Yes. Oh yeah, that's happened.
Will be done.
Yeah, it's happening.
So back at the TARDIS, yes. Tom turns up. Tom turns up at the TARDIS.
You and me.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
And Clara puts on an enormous platter.
Which is odd because she normally wears a dress.
But
hang on. Mommy here.
That's always made me laugh, that sort of fruit salad thing, because he sends them away to get refreshments.
Yeah.
Which they don't really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd think they would just go, we'll just get some sandwiches and some crisps or something.
Yeah.
Go, no, well, let's do this incredibly elaborate fruit salad.
Enormous platter. Yeah.
In fairness, though, they probably go to the food machine and kind of go, elaborate platter number 3. Beep, beep, beep. There. Would it have killed you to do that yourself? It's just through there.
So initially, Smith tries to go to the tower, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sets off.
He sets off for
presumably
Clara.
with Clara.
Yeah.
In tow.
Yeah.
Tom has to sit down.
Just leaving Tom on his own.
Yeah.
Talk to himself a bit more.
He's just there. Just there eating some pineapple. He's all right,
Eat some pineapple. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Tries to make that his new companion. Like
talk to his cabbage
face on the pineapple.
Yeah. You're too timing me.
That's why his cabbage is dead, isn't it? It's tragic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course it gets made in 12. Yeah, so he gets to emote over his dead cabbage. It's just great. This is an excellent Doctor Who story.
Can't believe we didn't bring Rose back, but we've got a cabbage in it. Okay.
It's much more interesting this way.
Oh yeah, we get the scene here, the famous scene, obviously, where the Doctor meets up with the Master.
Rose will turn up. Rose will turn up in going, stop here.
Yes, she will. Yes. The Doctor meets the Master, and who tries to convince him that he's on his side, and then the Cybermen turn up, and basically he gets Clara to run away. She runs away, while the Doctor and the Master get zapped by lightning.
I can't imagine Clara would run away, though.
I think you'd have to give her a mission or something.
Yeah. Run very urgently in that direction, quickly.
Get back to the Doctor.
Yeah.
The other one, Doofy one. Go get Scarfy.
Yeah.
He send her back to the TARDIS to lock herself in to prevent he'll think the Master wants his TARDIS. To prevent the Master from getting in the TARDIS.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can certainly imagine the 11th Doctor saying a line like Alice, I try to believe in 6 impossible things before breakfast. I think that's a very, actually, 11th Doctor line.
Is he still naked?
No, he's put some clothes on.
Good. Just imagine him saying that to the Master, but naked.
Yes, I am naked.
I like his later line as well. He just goes, wrapped.
Yeah.
And I spent years just trying to work, what's he on about? I couldn't understand that scene at all. But
no, I think it took me a while as well.
Yeah. But I think the Master's been knocked out by a rock, a flying rock or something.
Yeah, why he says that rather than knocked out by a chunk of rock.
Yeah.
Rocked.
Yeah. If anything, you could have said, how's that?
He should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then said the word googly because it's fun.
So he teleports off and
he does. Splash.
Arrives in the teleport. I can imagine him actually arriving, looking the other way. He's back to the audience, and then he can look around.
From the glamorous assistant.
Yeah. That's when he goes, my God, Helen Mirren and Judi Dench in the same room.
And faints dead away.
Yeah.
Quite the
overwhelmed.
Yeah. So he leaves the Master to fend for himself. So the Master immediately says, all right, so this for a game of soldiers, and sides with the Cybermen,
Yeah.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
So they're heading for the tower as well. And so's the Tom and Clara.
Yeah. They have to set off.
They have to set off. Yeah. So
it's very Tom, isn't it? It's very, even though his age is the Fourth Doctor, of course, just strides straight up to the front door.
Yeah.
He doesn't do the subterfuge route. It's just kind of like, hello, let's ring the bell, knock on the door.
Kindly don't address me as Doc.
That would be all kind of, shut up, Clara. Was that? Yeah.
Back off. So we actually get some plot at this point because obviously the Smith Doctor is now back in the capital with the High Council, who tell him that there's a senior Time Lord is using the time scoop. And they find a homing beacon in the Master's recall device.
The Palomarian look a bit fidgety here.
So they search the Castellan's room and they find some black scrolls in a nice little casket. He's got a black scroll casket.
Limited edition number on the side.
Yeah, absolutely.
With exciting exploding action.
Yes. Catches flames, and then they take him to the mind probe. As you do. Yeah.
So Hugh Corshire can summon up all his acting prowess.
All his powers, and defeat.
Oh, not the mind probe.
No, we said acting powers.
Let's try to find an alternative take of that scene.
Yeah. I mean, bless them. You can see every attempt is completely different, but none of them are going to work. And they did go with the most acceptable one. Which is incredible. I've never thought of a way to say it.
I've tried it, but
I've tried it out loud, but no, you can't do it. You can't do it.
In the original one, the one they eventually go with kind of sounds like he's speaking words he's never heard before.
It's
not the mind probe.
No, not the mind probe. Yeah. What? What are your inflections about, dude? But it's totally not Paul Jericho's fault. It is a disayable line. You can't do it. I challenge anyone. I challenge anyone.
That's the game of Rassilon.
That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
Well, whereabouts had we got to?
Yeah, well, yeah, the Castellan was being dragged away to put in the mind probe. He doesn't get as far as the mind probe; he just gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
Helen Mirren says sort of like, "Don't worry, the mind probe will tell us everything we need to know." And then there's a shot, and she says, "Just goes to show how wrong you can be."
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, yeah. Oh well.
Oh well, save the embarrassment of a trial.
Oh yeah, she sends the doctor to get some rest, but he's not convinced. He's noodling it out as he walks through this kind of shopping centre area. Sorry, kind of the capital. And he's just talking to Flavia, Judi Dench, and kind of go, you know what? I don't think the Castellan was behind this. He's not that kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Presumably he's met him before. We don't know at this point. He might have done, he might not. Who knows? So he goes back to the High Council, and Helen's not there, which is a bit confusing for him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back in the death zone, various past doctors are on the way to the tower. They're going by different routes. So we've now got
McGann's going below.
Going below.
McGann's going below. Yeah.
Captain Jack, if you'll forgive the expression.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. And then up top we have David Tennant. Kate. And Kate.
Yeah, doing all that.
Oh, hello. Sitwire. Brilliant.
Sitwires are brilliant.
And then, Tom goes in through the main entrance and finds a deadly chessboard type arrangement. Perhaps this being the 50th anniversary, perhaps something a little more expensive. I don't know.
Let's see, MS Escher.
Well, it would be like the evaporator from the adventure game.
Oh, that would be a lovely.
Something like that.
Oh no, it would be kind of Indiana Jones, wouldn't it? Yeah, where kind of if you step on something, kind of big saw blades come out the wall and.
That's much more
shit like that.
Quite atmospheric, yeah. Clara turns around and her back's covered in spiders, that kind of stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
And Doctor has to brush him off with his whip. Yeah. So yeah.
Scarf. Yeah.
Scarf. Sorry. Sorry. Scarf. Yeah. Can't quite imagine Tom swinging over the pit.
No.
That's not happening.
Not at this stage. And then John Sim turns up.
Yeah. I mean, you could have all that stuff, but still have the same basic, if you step on the wrong bit, something nasty happens element to it.
Yeah, you have sort of actual moving floor.
Yeah.
There is a puzzle to solve. Yeah. There's a key to it.
Nice CGI apparatus appearing.
And John Sim leads the Cybermen by the wrong route, and they fall through the floor and stuff. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Get eaten by
because he's cleverly worked out that if you use the application of the Greek letter pi, you can walk in a completely straight line across it.
Straight line,
completely normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you've worked out that pi, you're absolutely fine. And then maybe a bit of a hop.
And then on the way back, there's this weird kind of.
You just go back in a very eccentric manner, but you just walk across it in the street.
If you kept them in the wrong order and eventually beat him off, it just went, all right, fine. The master's across the chessboard, onward.
You're going to hand wave that one. If the fourth Doctor says, I'm sure you know some basic maths. Clara's like, yeah, I'm only like a teacher, mate.
Yeah, she's a history teacher.
And they get across.
It's as easy as pie.
Quite like McGann and Captain Jack defeating the Yeti with the galactic glitter.
Yes.
Well, they've kind of done that,
yeah. Hiding that.
Yeah.
Where was he hiding that?
McGann kind of goes, in my pocket. Look at the way it lights up. It reminds me of Gallifrey at night. That's where I'm from.
They're heading up the stairs and they're stopped by visions of Grace and Chang Li. And like, you can't be here because. So, yeah.
What was the idea we had before?
What?
No, what was the idea we had before for the visions that confront these two? Oh, it's William Shatner.
It was William Shatner. William Shatner.
Yeah.
William
You
Shatner.
must go
Go,
back.
no, go no further, or I'll like die, and then you'll never meet me because I'm your father, son.
McGann goes, "No, we did meet. Remember, we met.
Yeah, have they actually met yet?
They must meet at some point. Then we get the last episode. Spoilers.
Well, we're setting that in stone now. So, well, maybe that's the thing. And he kind of goes, but we did meet. But if you were really you, you'd remember that. So
Yeah.
you're wrong.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
goes,
Con! And disappears.
Mint.
Great. Okay. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tennant and the 10th Doctor and Kate are making their way down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the roof.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a line that would suit the Tenth, saying sort of like, "Is your mind full of strange forebodings?" And Kate can go, "Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, well." So I'm used to it. So like,
It's mind of Rasslon, isn't it?
Just ignore it like I do.
Yeah. Oh,
And then he turns the corner, and there's a spectre of Rose.
Oh, Rose.
Kind of,
Rose, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Rose.
Rose.
And actually, Kate could come in. I could see actually Tennant being nearly stopped by Rose. He was kind of, "Oh, it's Rose."
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it would be Kate
Yeah.
who would be the logical mind.
Yeah.
It would absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would totally be Rose in some way.
But when Rose disappeared in the demons, that's right. So we
Did
can't.
she leave in the demons then? Is that what we did with her?
I think we ended up with her in another dimension, but because of the demons
Right.
in Rose.
You shacked up with Azal
That's how.
in a kind of Perry-esque way.
The Kate comes in and goes, "No, she left you for Azal. Get over it."
Oh, Azal. Okay, cool. So he sees through that because
Yeah.
she left him for Azal.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've now decided. Yeah. We're building up a continuity here, aren't we? Blimey.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
And the 4th Doctor and Clara have arrived in the tomb.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they kind of all reach the tomb, really, don't they? They all kind of get there.
Mm-hmm.
And the various companions get to meet each other. Captain Jack and Cabbage and
Kate
and Clara. There's not as many, to be fair.
One of them's a cabbage.
One of them's a dead cabbage. Yeah. So
yeah, cabbage ain't there anymore. Actually, cabbage is
he's not even there. No. Yeah. Okay.
Unless Thomas has kind of got his hand on his shoulder and is pretending to be cabbage.
Army for this point. Tom will only do it if he can pretend to be carrying
if he can pretend to be the cabbage.
Yeah, and this tomb set's going to be huge, isn't it? It's going to be an enormous CGI.
It's going to be CG
expanded
sealing disappearing
thing.
off into
with bats
the ether.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Meanwhile, the 11th Doctor has discovered the stylophone. I'm ruining my joke now.
Start again.
He's playing the stylophone.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the 11th Doctor has discovered the stylus phone of Rassilon.
Yes, the word stylophone. And the door goes, and there's Bruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mirren sits in her spare time playing the stylophone. I love that. In full collar and shit. That's great.
Actually. Yeah.
You know how long I've been a dame? How long before I am forced to retire and give over to Olivia Colman?
Yes. So as we say, she wants immortality. She's got the hat of Rassilon's hat.
Yeah.
Allows her to control.
Very fetching it looks too.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got to game with it. It's all getting a bit meta, isn't it? So,
fans of a certain age, we can quote the 5 Doctors basically from heart, can't we? We just know it.
The 5 Doctors and the Genesis of the Daleks LP.
Yeah. We didn't really need to watch this again in order to do this story. We just know it, you know.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, just watching it again recently, I was that the time scoop chamber. It's just quite a small set, but I was thinking that's a really nice set.
It's a lovely,
The
isn't it a
way
lovely
that
set?
it kind of flickers in the background to give you the impression of like power behind it. It's
Absolutely,
really nice.
yeah. It is. Yeah,
really nice.
It is a good one. This one. It is. You know.
Yeah, it is. No two ways around it.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Back in the tomb, they found this message which says, "To lose is to win, and he who wins shall lose."
Yeah, it's Ted Rogers.
No, the difference. I understand that riddle, which I couldn't with any 3-2-1.
Yeah,
not as challenging.
3-2-1 wasn't pretty complicated.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they lead you to it. Oh, it's Rassilon's ring. Just gives you immortality.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the Doctor's ring. No, this is a different ring.
Yeah, this isn't anything to do with the one that Ben ingested.
So yeah, we just need to take Rassilon's ring off him.
Jack faints.
Jack faints, obviously. Yes.
Jack could be wondering what the hell the big deal is about immortality because he's like immortal anyway.
Actually, yeah, he'd have a really good impassioned speech saying, "No, seriously, guys, don't do it. You don't want it.
Don't." Yeah.
That actually would be quite nice. That.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just smack them on and go, "Shut fuck."
Yeah. No. Yeah. It doesn't put the master off. The master wants it, but then
the master does want it, but then he's mad.
He's mad, and then Kate knocks him out. She knocks him for 6. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah. This is from my dad.
This is from my dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So they get a call from the capital.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we should mention they're freeing up the TARDIS at this point as well. We don't really need any of this, but the kind of in the original version of Cybermen are putting bombs around the TARDIS. We could probably just cut
TARDIS, which has nobody in.
Nobody
because,
inside. No.
Because we don't have Turlo and we don't have Susan.
We cut back to the TARDIS occasionally just to see the corpse of the cabbage just there going across the floor.
Caterpillar occasionally wandering across.
Silence.
Or maybe the cabbage starts feebly pulling itself together and going, "No, must dematerialize." Pops off the table, oozes itself along to the console, bit by bit. Tension, Cyberman outside, wiring their bomb up, all this sort of thing. Crawl.
Yeah.
All fallen, crawl. Until eventually it gets to the control just as the Cybermen go, "Excellent," in that weird way that they do. And dematerializes.
Dematerializes, yeah. They just...
And then falls and dies.
Yeah. Just tried too hard.
Yeah. Spent.
Tragic.
Cabbage played by Liz Truss.
It is now.
Pork market.
I was right.
Hardly a suitable candidate. Meanwhile, 10th cries, "Alonzi, I've taken off the force field."
Exactly. Yeah. They can now speak to the capital.
No, you've got to say it's pronounced capital.
Yes, this is true.
Capital.
And find a picture of the 11th Doctor looking a bit all starry-eyed.
Not quite himself. Yeah.
Not quite.
Oh,
himself.
Yeah. It just tells him that, he's going to come in and Bruiser's going to take over, basically. And they're like, "Oh, okay. All right. Seems legit." And then, obviously, Bruiser comes in. He's, or rather she's got the hat, the coronet.
Yeah.
Silences the companions because there's just too many of them.
Not anymore.
Not quite as crowded as stuff. So we have a bit of a mind battle. The Doctors have to unite. To kind of resist her.
I was thinking if Capaldi's eyebrows were going to appear, this would be the point for them to appear.
Yeah. Do they appear kind of like hanging spectrally in the air, like Russell on the space? The eyebrows.
The eyebrows come down from the
top.
And they're just thinking, who's this strange Scotsman in our mind link?
Well, at least attack eyebrows. So yeah, basically, 11 comes to himself, and then we get Rassilon. Rassilon wakes up and attempts Bruiser. Is Rassilon played by anyone? I don't know. We got enough people.
Quite nice if Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. So Ian McKellen,
please.
Miriam Mark. Yeah, why not?
Miriam Mark.
Or is she just doing the voice? Is it?
No, she's done the voice of the cabbage all the way through, but the cabbage is dead now, so they had to give her a part on screen as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Would it not be Timothy Dalton again? Because he was
Timothy Dalton, yeah.
Oh, he'd do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rassilon wakes up and tempts Bruiser, and the immortality turns out to be bad.
Who'd have thunk it?
Who knew?
And the fan's very happy about that because that means that his Baruza is good.
Yeah, Baruza, not to be confused with Boruza. Entirely.
Yeah. Boruza bad, Baruza good.
Yes.
Not confusing at all.
You've got to have a system. The shot of Barusa turning round and then he disappears, and there's the plaque is beautifully composed.
Great,
Yeah.
It's still creepy.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Peter Moffat's direction.
I know he comes in for stick as a director, but that shot is so nicely composed.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
Fourth Doctor chuckles to himself. I just worked it out. What it meant.
Yeah, he really did that well.
Who's kind of going, no, don't listen to them. No, seriously.
Mhm.
For it.
Yeah.
I worked it out. You didn't work it out. That's because I'm the best doctor.
Now I'm going home. Oh.
Bye.
My loves.
Yes, that's the end of the story, really. They kind of that's it. Vader turns up to sort everything out. The various characters kind of part ways. They go out in their own TARDISes, or possibly the same TARDIS. Or I don't understand that bit at all, but that's what they do. Does this mean there's like 4 different TARDISes now? I don't know.
Quick cut back to Christopher Eccleston. Another deleted scene.
Yes, another scene of Christopher Eccleston waking up somewhere. And the Doctor gets offered the presidency and runs away.
Yeah.
But after all, that's how it all started.
With it being Matt Smith, he'd have some more sort of flim flam, wouldn't he? That he'd do, rather than just going, I shall return to Gallifrey. He'd have some big sort of. I can't think of anything, but
it'd be like the bit in Day of the Doctor where he's demanding a desk from Unit. Like, I want a desk. I want this. I want that. I want it stat. I get it all the time. He's just backing away to the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and Jammy Dodgers.
Like
that.
Ensplinment.
We've sort of made it a bit less nostalgic. This was we managed to
somehow, it's not as emotional as Day of the Doctor, which is kind of.
Well, we've done it kind of lots of new people meeting each other
and the cabbage.
Where the cabbage dies, so that provides the emotion.
The cabbage does die, and that's a classic moment in Doctor Who history.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, people cry over handles, but no, this cabbage, come on.
Yeah, this cabbage, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This cabbage is going to be right up there.
I was going to say it could be more nostalgic to new series fans, but then I'm thinking, actually, you'd only be 8 years in then, so it's not a fantastic scope for nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's got the previous Doctor in.
Yeah.
3 Doctors was only 8 years in, wasn't it? 9 years in.
Yeah. Well, it's the same slot, so, it's kind of same amount of nostalgia.
So, our version better or worse then? I mean, it's so different. I wouldn't change the 5 Doctors anyway.
No. It's just so lovely.
It is.
Yeah.
Somebody online, I'm sorry, I don't know who, but said it's like Christmas watching the 5 Doctors, and somehow it does have that sentiment.
It's a big bath of nostalgia, isn't it? It's kind of
It's an amazing thing when you think back to it now that Children in Need allowed it a full 90 minutes Not a
Indeed.
single on-screen telephone number or anything.
Yeah.
90 minutes of their time to put that on.
Well, I thought it did have an on-screen number.
My recording.
No, my
didn't.
recording didn't have one.
No.
Right.
No.
Oh, well.
Not interrupted. Yeah.
And I know that's burned in my retinas.
Yeah. So, watched that so many times. Yeah. No, there's Terry Wogan at the start, and that is it. Yeah. So and then it's wall to wall Doctor Who for 90 minutes. So I don't know how they managed that really. But
I'll wrap up then.
the next episode is the Christmas special,
Right.
which we're doing something a little bit different, a little bit special.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me, or are you keeping it a secret?
What do we reckon, guys?
I'm easy either way. I mean,
Our idea for a Christmas episode was suggested by Lurking Latinist from Tumblr, who suggested that we swap an episode with Torchwood with an episode of the Sarah Jane Adventures. You roll a number of 1 to 26 for Torchwood or 1 to 27 for Sarah Jane, and we'll swap those episodes.
$22?
22, something borrowed.
And what was the other one?
1 to 27.
27.
The man who never was.
Right. I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen all of Torchwood or the Sarah Jane Adventures. I'm a bad fan.
I wish I could say I was familiar enough with Torchwood to actually know what that episode was, but
You're not doing the sex gas alien, are you?
No.
No, we got almost as bad though.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, we got the one where Gwen wakes up the morning before her wedding pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that's an interesting scenario for Sarah, right?
which means it's probably going to be a lot of fun.
I like the sound. I like the sound of that. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without a mashup between Sarah Jane and Torchwood.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. Yeah, a festive season. So yeah. Thank you, Lurking, for that, and for your continued support.
Indeed. Well, that was Time Ram, and yet another episode of Time Ram of the billions that we've done. Hope you enjoyed it, listener. Thanks for listening, as ever. And I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Mr. Paul Ferry.
Goodbye.
Mr. Barry Williams.
Goodbye also.
And our special guest, thank you very much, Gareth Preston.
Goodbye, and thanks a lot. It's been great.
Will you come back again?
Oh, I'd love to.
Excellent.
Yeah, so just send me a power-boosted, open-ended teleport.
Listener, you may now go and do more useful things with your life once more. Bye-bye. You've been listening to Time Ram. Good, wasn't it? We'd like to thank Ben Jones for our music. Social media is a thing. You can find us all on the site that we're all going to resolutely refer to as Twitter, where Paul is Paul Ferry 8, Baz is at Baz Time Ram, and I'm at Rupert Booth. I should point out that Paul isn't just Paul Ferry 8, he's at Paul Ferry 8. So that's good. This is coherent, and you're getting information here. Well done for sticking with it, listener. We have a Patreon. You can get nice things on Patreon. Nice things. Drugs.
Drugs, not drugs.
No. Missing episodes. Yeah.
No.
We're not talking telesnaps here. We're talking like full on Macroterra mainline straight into your cortex. That's what you can get on our Patreon. I'm not lying. So yeah, nice things. Good. Yeah. You could buy yourself a Mars bar, for example, and pretend you got it from our Patreon, and then that would be oh god, this bit. You can find them on Facebook and across like millions of different podcast provider things.
That's true.
We're about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you?
It's 60, you know.
It is.
I should have put Matt Berry. Mind you, he wasn't really around in. What was he?
Well, he was when Day of the Doctor was made.
Yeah.
He'd have been great as Rassilon.
I can't do justice to Matt Berry's voice.
Yes, a fruity Rassilon. Yes.
And these immortality sex pants.
I wish we thought of that now. Yeah.
I don't know what immortality sex would be. It's painful, fairly quickly, and then forever. Chafe.
But what are sex pants made of?
Trouser material.
Good.
Sexy trouser material.
Sexy trouser material.
Corduroy.
No, sexy trouser material.
That's my secret. Women's slacks.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.